What's up, boys? What's going on, man? Just my 2 cents here. Good evening. Well, good morning, good afternoon to some of you, but it's evening time. I usually do this recap stream at noon, thereabouts. But had some IRL stuff come up today. It's all good, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to do it earlier, so I apologize for that. I apologize for that. Anybody that was expecting that and was here waiting around, I apologize for that. Excuse me. So, got a lot that I want to recap, and I'm going to go through real quick. I've only got about an hour left on my plan, and it doesn't re-up until the 21st. So I got to go through this. So this is going to be more like I'm going to interact with the chat at the end, but being that it's less than an hour and there's a lot to disseminate and recap, and I got a bunch of crow to eat, so I'm going to just bust through that as quick as I can, and then I will catch up with the chat. But shout out to you guys, anybody that comes through. Hope you're all having a good day. It's Monday. It is October 17th, 2022, and I hope y'all are having a good one. First things first. As you can see, gonna do the UFC Vegas 62 boxing recap. Then I'm gonna talk about the grease that I laid down, brief UFC 280 preview, brief TV movie talk, brief recap of the season finales of Rings of Power and House of the Dragon, respectively. But first things first. First things fucking first. I'm going to take a casual toke from the Batty Boo. The fake sponsor of the day is, it's a couple. Cannibalits by Curio and, God damn it, Gas Cake by Strain. Boy, it's gassed out right now. Trying to get my fucking bearings straight. But first things first, dude. Cheers, boys. Second thing second. How about them Hogs, baby? Hogs finally get a fucking win. Feels like it's been ages. Put an old SEC butt whooping on BYU on one of those fraudulent conferences. Hung over 50 on them. Got Auburn next Saturday. Hope we win that. But it is at Auburn, Alabama. The General, what up, Real News? How are you, dude? Yeah. I'm gonna talk briefly about that, dude. If you think that was a fake, I got a real nice bridge to sell you, Bo. But yeah, dude, he's not in here right now, but this is going to be more of a for the record stream anyway. It's going to be a short one. Dude, fucking Syracuse, man. Old Zach Johnson's Syracuse Orange not only are they undefeated, they are in the top 15 in the AP poll. They beat another ranked team that was in the top 15, NC State. Dude, they got a big one this Saturday, dude. They got fucking Clemson. I think Clemson's like number 5. I gotta look back at it, but these are the standings, the conference standings. I've been keeping up with that. It's been shifting around. Second and third place have been shifting around, but How you like that shit, dude? SEC still on top with 6 teams. The ACC, dude. I wish Zach was in here, man. His ACC. He was talking about how they're a fucking real strong conference. I agree with that. I mean, there's your proof right there. They were in second place a week or two ago. Then the Big 12 jumped into second, but they fucking fell off. But yeah, ACC back in it, dude. I think the teams are North Carolina, NC State's still there, Syracuse, obviously, Clemson, obviously, and I can't remember the Wake Forest. Yeah, Wake Forest. But yeah, in the Pac-12, Big 12, Big 10 each got 4. So let's recap UFC Vegas 62. I'm just going to go through this real quickly. I think the big takeaway from UFC Vegas 62 was that, well, the takeaway from the evening in general that stood out to me, there were some new inductees to the Shadow Realm. They were introduced very quickly to their shadowy compatriots. It happened in UFC and in boxing. And I'm going to talk about it. I made some nice avatars that I'm going to put up. So let's start with UFC Vegas 62. I'm going to go through the fights real quickly. The emojis at the end will be like I used to do tweets. I used to put out tweets, and that's just like the little key. So the key is like, obviously, if I got it right, there's going to be a fucking green check. If I got it wrong, obviously, hey, there's an X. But then, yeah, you can see if it's a knockout, it's a boxing glove. If it's a submish, it is a jujitsugi. And if it's a decision, then there's nothing. The fire with the money bag in the middle is the key for burnt money, meaning a lost bet, meaning your boy put a dumb fuck bet out and it got burned up like fucking Jam's mom burning Kiss tickets. So that's what happened. If you see the fire, it doesn't mean, oh, dude, on fire, dude, 2 cents is on fire. That means no, that means burn that fucking ticket. If you see the Lucky Charms, if you see the fucking clovers with the money inside, that means that's a cash bet. So just for the people that need the thing for the thing, the key for the what the emojis mean. But I'm sure most of y'all could just fucking figure it out already. Anyways, all right, UFC Vegas 62. You see it right there. Lord have mercy. Yeah, it's. I just thought I'd throw that in there. The white fragility realm for Mike Jackson, Pete Rodriguez with the fucking crazy knee. I mean, the knee sent him there, and the follow up kind of like shovel hook uppercuts, whatever you want to call them, that was just window dressing. That was just for good measure. But that was crazy. Mike Jackson is very annoying, and that was so satisfying. But we're gonna go through these. I'm gonna go through the rest of them quickly. So I got that one right. I think most of the universe did. First round knockout on Tapology. That was that was a easy 100 points on Tapology, dude. I'm happy, thank you. There you go. I had first round sub, but he got done the second. He's a nasty grappler, dude. I had for 1 second, I was thinking about, maybe betting CJ Vergara, and I'm so glad I didn't. Ironing out the kinks with the gambling, boys. It's something that I just do casually, and this is my first year doing it, and I know that I'm going to make some mistakes, and I try not to take it too seriously and just have fun. But I'm glad I stayed away from that one. Next fight, but I did get that one right on Topology. Next fight, Pierre Rodriguez. Like I said, she's from Venezuela, and it's Hispanic Heritage Month, and yeah, so I did you see there the burnt money. I did bet Sam Hughes. It's a what? Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. So it doesn't, okay, cool. Thank you. sorry, it's Lady TC. So that's just a joke. Like I'm half joking because I think that like the narrative, it just seemed a little too good to be true. Like I thought Sam Hughes won the first and third round. I'm not saying it's like the worst robbery I've ever seen. Like I'm not sick about it, but at the same time, like I'll tell you this: when they came back from the commercial break and they were getting ready to read the decision out, like it was a little too perfect. It was like Fitzgerald reads the promo and segues like right into, Pierre Rodriguez representing Venezuela. It's like, okay, I fucking know what time it is now. Like, okay, go ahead and burn that ticket. You just like, yeah, fucked up there. So I guess the takeaway from that and the lesson that I learned is like, and this is just becoming so painfully obvious in very recent times, dude. If you're gonna like bet on UFC particularly, you have got to factor in the narrative, dude. I'm not saying it's always, but like, man, it just seems like every day something comes out where it's like people like, I mean, they shout out to the Dome, man. They fucking Jack was talking about it in the Dome. Shout out to Jackie Boy, Jack Talk MMA. But yeah, man, it's so greasy, so greasy. I said not the worst robbery, but it seemed a little like, okay, if this is close, it's going the way of the Hispanic Heritage Month fighter. I can see the angle. Just my 2 cents on it. Next fight, this was also an easy, well, it wasn't 100 points, but I got semi-perfect on this. It was a pretty good pick. A very easy pick. Literally, like I said, just in minutes. Got the back. Was literally had a standing body lock from the back, and yeah, choked him out. That's what happened there. Pretty easy to sum that up. This one, I'm frustrated, but I'm not like sick about it, but I kind of am. Let me explain that. So I picked Maximov. I bet Maximov. You can see the burn money there. I'm obviously bummed about it. I don't know, and I'm not going to speculate too much because it's just speculation, and I literally don't have time for it on the stream because my minutes are about to run out. Like the clock's a ticking on this one, boys. But no, like I got heard, like, how do I want to say this? Word around the campfire is that there was some weird line movement on this fight. And of course, my dumbass just, wait, you talking about moving the line, the line's moving. Okay, like the line, like, oh God. So yeah, of course, my dumbass. Is this the trap right here? Like, do I step right here and then the trap gets sprung? So this looks like something on the ground I might want. Swoop! Hanging by my fucking ankle in a fucking trap. But yeah, so I don't know, man. He almost fucking got it done, man. He clipped him. Oh, no look left hook. Sat Malkoun on his ass, and like Malkoun is a big future fade. Like that's the thing. Like I don't hate myself for betting Maximov or picking Maximov because it's like, had he not injured his knee, I like his chances, but it's like, was he hurt before the fight? And that's why the line was weird. And it's like, okay, that begs the question. Okay, insider information, like these fucking like insider betting, and there's just more and more evidence of it every fucking day. Yeah, man, I don't know. So yeah, of course my dumbass was on the wrong side of that, but that's what happened there. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep it pushing today, boys. I wish I could like sit down on these a little bit longer, but I just can't. Dude, I got this pick wrong. I thought, again, kind of like CJ Vergara. I thought for like just a split fucking second, dude, about picking old Victor Fraudry, but I am So glad I didn't. That he so glad I didn't bet this, man. A Sun Sao is not a jobber. If you want to say he's a jobber, he's a high-end jobber. Gatekeeper type. Rafael Sun Sao is a legit gatekeeper. He's 40 though. And as big of a favorite as Victor Henry was, that just I don't know shit about gambling, not much at all, but that just seemed wide. It was just like I think I will stay away from this one, and I did. Pick Henry, but like I said, I was not super bummed about getting that pick wrong because I was glad to see him get exposed because everyone just like some fucking Victor Henry like knobbing, but he's 35. He's not a spring chicken. People act like the 35-year-old prospect, and he already has some like Job Benito losses, dude. Like he has lost to some jobbers before. And I just thought it was really weird. Like, it's like, okay, Houndy Barcelos is a good fighter, but it's like that, okay, like how he beat the shit out of Houndy. Like, that's a pretty big jump from Houndy to fucking a Sun Sao. So should have known. Glad to see the grizzled old vet get her done though. That was pretty sick. Pretty tight. This was an annoying fight. Nailed the pick. Pretty much what I thought was gonna happen. Mana Martinez is such a fucking future fade though. Brandon Davis was always a fade. That's what I'll say on that one. This one is frustrating because I bet Minifield. I had the read on this one right, and I'll get to it in a minute, but fuck, dude. If I just the takeaway from this one, and I'll keep reiterating this as the stream goes along, this short stream. The lesson that I'm going to take from this, I'm not going to be too hard on myself about it. The lesson that I'm going to take from it is that, and the mantra or whatever is just go with your first instinct. Go with your strongest read. That's what I'm going to tell myself. Because if I had done that, and this has happened to me a couple times, it was like, why have I not learned this lesson yet, man? It's like, why am I trying to spread all this shit out when it's like, I just fucking, I just got to stop being puss. I got to stop being scared of like, this is like this is my strong read, my one strong read. I need to fucking just go all in on this. And if I get it wrong, I get it wrong. But like, if I had done that, if I had gone all in on my initial like strongest plays, I would have made money. But that's the lesson I'm going to take away. Anyways, this was pretty much exactly what I thought was going to happen. Jumping back and forth for a guy like Misha, it's like it's one thing if you're moving in one direction as the end of your career, but he's like, he can't, when someone can't pick a weight class, like you're jumping back and forth between one and the other, and you're not like if you're not someone like Kamzat that's like seeing what you can do like a prospect. If you're someone like Misha and you're jumping back and forth, it's because like you're getting your fucking ass handed to you. And you're like, oh well, maybe I'll have a better chance at maybe I'll get the shit beaten out of me less at this weight class. And it's like, oh, but I'm super fucking drained here. And I'm still like, and I just quit after like I have one round of cardio, if that. And he's just, it's not just one, it's not just two, it's not just three, it's not just four, not just five. Like there's literally 6 or 7 instances in different methods of Misha Serkinov either quitting or just getting straight up chin checked. All his KO losses are at 205. So that was the easiest fucking pick on the card. Let's be real. Alonzo Minifield knocking out Misha Serkinov. That was the easiest pick. That was the easiest bet. I hope everyone cashed on that. I would have if I hadn't fucking made dumb parlays. If I just narrowed it down, dialed it in, and not been a pussy, I would have. Yeah. But yeah, that it wasn't like the parlays and shit that got busted and the tickets that got burned. It did not have anything to do with Alonzo Minifield. So that's the lesson I'm gonna take from that. I had one Dushko was in one retard fuck parlay, but this was pretty much exactly how I thought this fight was gonna fucking play out, dude. I nailed this one like fucking Chinja came out like a fucking bat out of hell, like a fucking buzzsaw, like fucking Haru, and he fucking yeah, just fucking does what he does, like throws the kitchen sink at people and then sputters out. Sure enough, uh, shout out to Dushko, man. What I like about the Chinja is that he brings the fucking violence. He goes out on his shield, or he gets a crazy, uh, unlikely, or maybe you know, I don't know how. It depends on your temperature on Jordan Wright, but he is an exciting fighter, and they're both respectful. That's another thing I like about him. They're both like, especially Jordan Wright, like the traditional martial artist. Always does the os and the bow and the um um. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Fucking stone. Yeah, I like Jushko though. He's very respectful. He's just a humble, good dude. I always love the fighters, like the foreign fighters that can speak English. I love that shit. Be it from Serbia or Brazil or wherever, man. It's just it's not doesn't have anything to do with like xenophobia. It's just, especially with the post fight, it's like when they, even if it's not much, if they can deliver what they want to say without having, because the translator, unfortunately, that just takes a little bit of the like oomph out of what they're saying. Like if they have something like important that they want to say, I like to be able to just hear it right from them instead of being like, they say it, then it gets translated, then they ask the question, then the translator fucking translates it to them, and then they answer, and the translate is like, that's the only thing. So I love it. Like I love the Dushko, can speak English pretty fluently, and he's a fucking humble dude, and I like it when Tudorovich wins. But I also kind of know what the deal is with him, and I I picked him against Puna, but I definitely picked Chidi against him. And but I like Dushko. He's a good dude. Seems like a good dude. Um, but I like some of the assholes too. Uh, this one was just a fucking bad read. Reached on this one. Dumb underdog bet. I definitely underestimated Jonathan Martinez. Definitely eating Jonathan Martinez crow. Big old plate of it too, man. He has thunderous leg kicks. It is unreal how hard that motherfucker kicks. He's up there with one of the with like fuck man. Who let me look at this. I can't think of all of his fucking wins right off the bat, but he did it to somebody else. That's like the second TKO he's gotten by leg kicks, I'm pretty sure. Jonathan Martinez. But yeah, I underestimated the dude, man. I guess just couldn't get that Davy Grant loss out of my mouth. The taste of that Davy Grant loss out of my mouth. And yeah, I guess it was that kind of faded him because of that. And like his other two decision losses are really bad. Like Yule and Sukumtau. Like, God. Anyways, no, maybe no, he didn't. No. I'm thinking of somebody. I was thinking of Chris Gutierrez. Anyways, dude, he's a nasty kicker though, man. Especially those leg kicks. Jesus Christ, that inside leg kick of his, the shit hurt my leg just watching it. Cub was like writhing in pain, man. Cub gets knocked. That's how when Cub gets stopped, it's like it's either body shots. It's not a whole lot of him just getting like sparked unconscious. It's like body shot knockouts or something like that. And he's just like, you can just see it's like, just like you can almost like he like grimacing in pain, just like, fuck, dude. Like I said, this shit hurt me watching it. But yeah, gotta eat crow on that one. Shout out to Jonathan Martinez. He did the damn thing. Made me look stupid. And burn my fucking ticket. Burn my kiss ticket. That's out of order. Where the fuck is this? God damn it. No, that was it. That's it. Sorry. I'm fucking retarded. That's the last one. I've been going through these quick. I couldn't believe it. I usually don't go through them that quick. I was like, that's got to be out of order. No, it's not. Forgot Cub was the main event. Yeah, didn't thought about parlaying Grasso. Perhaps should have, but I just get sketched about betting WMMA, and if I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be like underdog shit. Like that's what I did with Macy. That's what I tried to do with Sam Hughes. So I don't know, man. It's pretty much what I thought was gonna happen, more or less. I thought Grasso was about to get robbed, but then I was like, wait, nah, dude, it's Hispanic Heritage Month, and her being Mexican and Viviani being Brazilian, I was like, okay, if it's close, they're gonna favor Grasso most likely. And I thought she won the fight, though. I thought she won the fight outright. Trying to remember exactly how I scored it and who I gave which rounds. But I think I remember having it either 48-47 Grasso or 49-46. In any case, I thought she won the fight. I thought she did land the more damaging strikes overall. I was worried because she was backing up the whole time. Dude, there was a couple rounds where she didn't do a fucking thing for like 2.5 minutes, and I was like, Jesus Christ. She is going to let Viviani steal the shit, because Viviani does that shit where she like Terminator marches forward, and it can kind of, sorry, fucking the metals is clinking. She like Terminator marches forward, and like whether she lands or not, she like swings really hard, and sometimes, especially if the punches get blocked or like partially blocked, that it kind of tricks the judges, man. And I was worried about that in a couple rounds because she wasn't doing a lot or landing a ton. She did land. She definitely did. Like she marked Alexa's face up, although Alexa does mark up very quickly. I've noticed that. So that's something to maybe keep in mind in the future. Like if she's against someone that hits really hard and is really accurate, her face does mark up pretty fucking quickly. So that is something to keep in mind as she ascends the rankings. So, but I did think when they got in the pocket, when they exchanged, the other thing was she was waiting to counterpunch too much. If she was a little bit more aggressive, I think she could have fucking just like made it so much clearer that because she was, when they would go to exchange and the car crash would happen, so to speak, she would get the better of it. She would head off the center. She would like 1-2 head off the center and like slip Viviani's right hand most of the time. I thought she won it outright. I picked Alexa by decision. So yeah. So overall, the pick record number, whatever, wasn't astounding, but I actually had a decent score, like almost 600. That's pretty good for like only getting 7 picks right. You know what I mean? Like I definitely got the most points out of the picks that I got right. I'll say that. Like I said, look at that. 5 perfect. Nailed 5 of them. Wish I had bet smarter, but whatever, man. It is what it is. Now, as you know, you may or may not know, shout out to the 5 people in the building. Your boy likes to get down with some fucking pugilism. I'm a big fan of boxing. I watch boxing. I bet boxing this weekend. This is what happened. I'm going to go through the recaps, the brief recap of the fights that I watched and bet, and then I will just recap the X's and O's of my wagers and eat crow on that. And I also have, bet slips if anyone wants to see them. No one really cares. I'm fucking bet with peanuts, and I'm a fucking new casual bettor. But anyways, here we go. This is a recap. The first fight that I watched and that I gave a fuck about was a huge disappointment, dude. Fucking fraud Sanchez. Frank Sanchez fucking finally gets Carlos Negron out of there. Negron. I'm not sure how you pronounce it properly, but dude, that should have happened way before. I have a little bit. I've tempered my expectations on Frank Sanchez and his ceiling a little bit. Not saying he's like, he sucks, he's done, but like he's definitely got some work to do. When Carlos Negron is frustrating you, dude, you are going to get outboxed by so many fucking heavyweights. And that's crazy to say because heavyweights are not really known for their quote unquote boxing. They're like, their ring craft or their outfighting ability. They're known for laying the lumber. That's the name of the game at heavyweight. But my point is, dude, if you are struggling to get inside of Carlos Negron, like you're having trouble, like he's frustrating you. Good fucking lord, are you gonna get your ass beaten as you ascend the rankings? So it's like, okay, chill out with the Frank Sanchez hype. Yeah, maybe it was more of F.A. Ajabe just won't ready. Like he was kind of a fraud himself. He was just more of a fraud than Sanchez. Sanchez, as it stands right now, unless he cleans up his shit, like I'm close. He's pretty much a fraud. Like compared to the hype, fraud to the hype. I will readjust that if he looks better in his next fight. But right now, he's fraudulent, and he will, dude. I can name you quite a few shat upon heavyweights that would tune Frank Sanchez the fuck up badly. Probably knock him out. Anyways, I did have Frank Sanchez in my fucking crazy motherfucker parlay, but it would not have hit because I had Frank Sanchez round 1 and 2. Dumb fucking me. Now, when he finally caught him, he pretty much put him through the ropes. But you can say that the stoppage was early, and it was early, but he was about to get him out of there. Like, I'm not going to say that, like, if the fight had continued, that, oh, you never know what's going to happen. Like, no, he was about to knock him out. And I do like when refs err a little bit on the side of caution, especially with stuff like that. Heavyweights, like Frank Sanchez is sloppy and like a little fraudulent and definitely hyped up, but the dude has a lot of power, and he hurt Negron really, really. Like he put him through the ropes. If the ropes weren't there, the Negron would have just like fallen into the crowd because he went face first, and like the ropes basically like clotheslined him. He basically like clotheslined him against the ropes. Like, you know what I mean? Like one went into his guts, the other went into his fucking neck, into his throat. That shit. And he was just like laying there like motionless. He finally like came to his senses and got up. He beat the count, but it's like you were about to get fucking sparked out. There's just no need for that. You weren't going to win. So yeah, but Frank Sanchez is a fraud. Fraud in regards to what he can do at the top level. And heavyweight boxing is really not worth talking about unless it's the top, because it's so top heavy. There's so many different matchups that could be made and should be made. That's what I'd rather focus any kind of heavyweight boxing talk about, not like, you know, I don't know, man. Like there's some prospects, but right now Frank Sanchez is a fraud to me. Let's talk about probably the craziest thing of the night for me. There were some crazy knockouts. Motherfuckers got starched. Sorry, I meant to put this one up before. Crazy, dude. Just insane. Alonzo Menifield is very powerful. And Misha Serkinov is incredible. Alonzo Menifield, incredibly powerful. Plus Misha Serkinov, incredibly chinny. Equals that shit right there. Now, this was the craziest. This was the single craziest thing. The thing that I yelled out the most about. The thing that, like, Lady TC was like, God, shut the fuck up. Like, you're being way too loud. This dude. Holy a shot for that. I didn't get to talk too much about this one. I wish I talked a little bit more about it because the build up to this one was spicy, boys. Particularly Anthony Durrell was talking incredibly spicy about Caleb Plant. And this was just a big fucking help and a karma, dude. This was a big old spoonful of karma. Ain't nobody ever done that to Anthony Durrell. If you haven't seen it, go check it out after the stream. Caleb Plant knocking out Anthony Durrell with one punch. Now, this is after Caleb Plant fought Canelo and got thumped at the end of that fight. Like, Canelo hurt him really bad. He hurt him worse than he hurt Billy Joe Saunders. He hurt him worse than he hurt Callum Smith. The only people that have gotten like he knocked Caleb Plant out pretty bad, dude. I remember seeing that and be like, because I like Caleb Plant. I'm definitely a Caleb Plant fan. I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of like, this whole David Benavidez thing is kind of turning me into a Caleb Plant stan. I'm not going to lie. It's like, okay, I guess I'm just kind of going to have to own that at some point. It's just getting too close into that territory where you can't distinguish between fan and stan. Anyways, I digress. Dude, David Benavidez did not do that to Anthony Durrell. Not even close. David Benavidez needed a bad cut and a corner stoppage. Now, he was beating the shit out of Darrell, but dude, Caleb Plant one punched him. It was a double hook. It was a hook to the body, hook upstairs, but he kind of like paused. He kind of like, it was like a stutter. The left hook upstairs was kind of like normally it's just like boom, boom. Like left hook to the breadbasket or to the liver, left hook upstairs. But he like left hook downstairs and then he like paused just a fucking like cunt hair and then boom. Paused. What he did was he paused, waited for Darrell, like almost like waiting to make sure Darrell was about, and then he saw, oh yeah, you're about to throw a hook. Boom, gonna beat you there because he had a huge speed advantage. Sparked him out cold. You see right there. I mean, you can see it right there, dude. And what this was like a viral moment because you can see like he did the Tito Ortiz, dude. He buried him. And what he said in the press conference was, he was like, yeah, I was just burying the beef between us, wink, wink. It was cold-blooded. Like, it was fucking nasty McFarsty. The craziest moment of the weekend for me. It was gnarly, man. Like, Benavidez has already ducked Plant once. And, like, to be honest, I don't know if that fight's ever going to happen. Like, Benavidez is a goof to me. He's undisciplined. He's a dope fiend. They both had belts, and Caleb Plant called him out, and he was like, his Samson Lukowitz, his manager, was like, no, we need a couple more fights or something, or like, no, not right now, and everyone still just sucks Benavidez's dick. It's like, whatever, dude. Like, he don't want no smoke with Caleb Plant. Not after that, dude. Not after that. So I doubt that fight will happen. Caleb Plant seems to be gunning for that Canelo rematch. He wants payday. I mean, everybody does. I can't really I'm not hating Benavidez for wanting the Canelo payday, but it's like, dude, you did this to yourself. Like, you shot yourself in the foot. You lost your belts twice outside of the ring, and now you don't have a belt. Like, and you can go back and look at Anthony Durrell was far and away the best win on Benavidez's record, and Plant just like outdid him. Now, yeah, Darrell is older, more shot, but no one has ever punished Darrell like that. Darrell stole some rounds off Benavidez too. Plant pretty much clean swept him. Like, I didn't give one round. I was giving the crazy thing, I was giving the 9th round to Darrell. But it was with 9. I was giving the 9th to Darrell. I think it was the 9th, either the 8th. But dude, with like 8 seconds left, boom! That was crazy. If you haven't seen it, when the stream's over, go check it out. It's a gnarly knockout. This was a gnarly knockout too, man. And this fucking give my dick back. Give my dick. I got most of my dick back with this one. This was pretty much what I thought was going to happen. And this is another one where it's like, this was the lesson, dude. This was the lesson you need to learn. Go with your strongest play. Go heavy on your strongest play. That's what I'm going to learn. That's the takeaway. And fuck the other dumb shit. You can't fake that, dude. You can't fake going down like that. One of his legs came out from under him, man. If you're not a Wilder, if you're a normal human being, you can see, because it's been proven in like over 40 fights, Deontay Wilder has once in a lifetime demigod-like power in his right hand. So people are like, oh, that wasn't even he barely even, I know. The slow-mo, you can see people are like, oh, it looks kind of fake. Dude, watch it in fucking real time. Listen to the sound of the impact. Listen to the sound of it, dude. You can't fake that. Wilder is just that powerful. Helenius is that chinny too. And people are talking crazy online like, oh, you think Wilder can do this, that, and the third? Because no, I don't think he can do this, that, and the third because of Helenius. I already knew he could do this, that, and the third. And Helenius was just yet another example of that. Like, yeah, no shit. That's why I'm kicking myself. This was the only bet that I made any money on, and I almost got all my money back. Took a small loss, but I'm just kicking myself, man. Like I'm like, thank God, like thank you, Obi Wilder. Like you were my only hope. You saved most of my ass. But that's just a lesson I'm going to take away for next time. If I'm really, really, really confident about something and feel good about it, which like most of the times I've made money is when I'm feeling pretty fucking confident, especially in boxing, dude. When I'm feeling really confident about something, like Charlo, Tank, Wilders, boom, 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 boom. I gotta just fucking bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? Minotaur. So yeah, that's what happened. Now, little recap, just a reminder too. Entertainment purposes only. Dude, you are dumber than dog shit if you are fucking tailing me, especially right now. Nah, I'm just kidding. You're not like just tail at your own risk, man. If you're tailing me, just tail at your own risk. I'm a fucking noob at this, but yeah, man, that's the takeaway I'm gonna have. But if you're having trouble with gambling, man, call 1-800-GAMBLER and bet responsibly. You know, if you can't do it, there's the number. But this was the recap. Go back through real quick. Burn that. Burn that. Excuse me. What I did is I put the 3 asterisks on each side around, kind of as a visual reminder to myself, like that's where you fucked up. Boom, right there. You fucked up right there. You fucked up right there. Fucked up right there. Hit the Alonzo inside the distance and hit that. It's like I had written out for myself Alonzo inside the distance and Wilder. That one, that was like a 2, but I was like, oh, the odds weren't juicy enough. There, that's another lesson. But that one, it was just like this. Look at that shit. Like only 2 legs of that would even cash. And it's just like, good Lord. But that's what I did. I kind of went all or nothing. I just combined all the I had single plays and I just combined them into like retarded parlays. Like, look at that shit. Look at how dumb fucking stupid that is. But this was my one hit, and I thought for a second about going heavier and just putting it all on Wilder. Because originally that's what I was gonna do. I even said it on stream. I was like, if I come back to betting, it will be UFC wise, it will be 280. My original intention was just I was gonna bet on the Wilder fight and then wait until 280. But I got greedy. I was like, I got greasy. And I was like, oh, dude, well, I'll see if I can get something. I'll squeeze something out of fucking UFC Vegas 26. So that was my first mistake. And my second mistake was not being confident enough with my strongest read. So in summary, that's what happened this weekend. $21. Don't unit shame me, bro. I really lost $4, but I'll just call it a half unit loss. So I'm sitting at, since I started doing this, I've made just under $400 in profit. So that's not horrible for being a fucking noob, I guess, but but I'm not gonna let myself get too frustrated, man. I just started doing this, so I'm not gonna have this like, oh, dude, I have to fucking I just have, because that's like I'm just gonna start chasing. Then I'm just if I'm not having fun with it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep in mind that it's just something that I'm doing for entertainment, something I'm doing for fun to make the fights a little bit more exciting for myself. And but what I am gonna do is take these lessons from it and just apply it moving forward, because I definitely have more fun when I'm winning. So yeah, I'm not gonna get too frustrated though. I'm not like, I lost $5. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh well, get it back next time. So yeah, man, that is the betting recap. That was the UFC Vegas 62 recap and the PBC boxing event recap. Devin Haney did exactly what I thought he was going to do. I didn't make picks with the Shields fight and the Baumgartner Meyer fight. Maybe I might have picked Meyer. I haven't watched that fight. I heard some people say she got robbed. I haven't watched it, so I don't know. But I don't know if I'll even want to bother. I don't know if I can handle 12 rounds of fucking women's boxing. But I didn't watch the Shields fight either. Just not when I can watch fucking not when I watch shit like not when I can watch shit like this or shit like this. Why would I fucking watch Michaela? I mean, I guess you can say, well, you watch both. Nah, I just wouldn't bother. Not when I can see stuff like this and see stuff like this. Nah, straight on that. All right. Now I only have a matter of minutes left. A matter of minutes. I have 57 minutes total, and then my shit is gonna cut off. I'm almost out of minutes, boys. Time's a ticking. Was going to do a brief UFC 280 preview. Let me look at it real quick. Spend a couple minutes on the TV show recap, and then I'll get the fuck out of here. But yeah, I hope y'all having a good one, man. Hope y'all having a good Monday. Monday Night Football is about to kick off here, and just over I can't remember if it starts at 8:15 or 8:25, but it is Broncos at Chargers. I guess I'm gonna watch some of that. It's kind of a shitty game, but whatever. Brief UFC. I don't have an avatar for 280, but we'll just go with this one. This is a fun one. This is a crowd pleaser. So I don't really have time to go through the whole card, but I'm not going to do it. I thought about betting Chikagan because I think she's a live dog, but I'm afraid based on narrative, she's going to get screwed. I think she's going to get robbed, actually. I think Chikagan is going to win the fight and Fior is going to get the nod, and it's going to be greasy as fuck. But I'll tell you right now, one of my strongest, if not my strongest play is Vulcan. The other one, Petrosian by KO. Those are the two I'm feeling. So maybe I practice what I preach and just put it on those two. Anyways, I like Jan, but I can't really no amount of tape study. I've watched both of their fights, dude. So no amount of tape study is really going to be oh, now I have the angle for this bet. I could see, I could really, Jan's going to win the fight, but I can either see because you could say dog or pass, yeah, O'Malley could win if Jan has a slow start, but I think if he does it starts slow and it starts to look hairy, Jan will take him down. Jan he is worlds better on the ground. But the striking will be competitive. So I don't know, man. I think he's gonna win, but I don't. If I fucking bet him by decision, he'll fucking chin O'Malley. Which he hasn't really fought anybody like Jan. Jan's fought strikers that are good or better than O'Malley. But yeah, I'm not gonna bet Dillashaw. I thought about maybe doing it because I don't care for Sterling, but it's just too greasy, man. I think Dillashaw could win. I might pick him, but Sterling has to be respected for his grappling acumen, but dude, if it was Dillashaw a few years ago, I might pick him, but I don't know, man. I'll probably end up picking Sterling. We'll see. And yeah, I like Oliveira, but I'm not confident enough to bet him. But that's my super, super duper brief preview. Sorry, I'm having to go through this very quickly. I'm fucking stumbling over my words because I'm trying to get it all in before the stream ends. Shout out to the two people still hanging tough, man. I hope y'all are having a good Monday evening. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna wrap it up with this fucking TV talk because I did finish the season finale of Rings of Power. Overall, the overall grade I'm going to give this season is a 7. Overall, I was slightly disappointed. There were some things though that I'm looking forward to in the second season that I hope they will expand upon, but it was just too much of a dick tease for me to give it an 8. It was just there was too much stuff that I didn't like that I just can't rate it higher than that, but it wasn't shitty. It was I guess you can say it was worth watching because like I said, there were some things there was some cool shit in the finale and some like kind of there was one like kind of jaw drop jaw dropping moment, but overall I can't give it more than a 7. It wasn't terrible though. Like, I didn't hate it. Some people will love that shit, but for me, I'm definitely liking House of the Dragon. I fell asleep watching it. I haven't finished it, but it's been good. The finale's been really good. This season was good. I liked House of the Dragon way more than fucking Rings of Power. Overall, looking forward to the second season of this like a motherfucker and still need to finish the finale, but I'm going to do that probably when I get off the stream. Especially if this Monday Night Football game starts sucking ass, I'm definitely gonna switch it over. Let me fucking speaking of switching over. There was way more crazy moments in House of the Dragon for me for my fucking 2 cents on it, and I just enjoyed it more. It felt like definitely like a continuation of Game of Thrones. It had the same kind of like feel to it and the tension building and the drama and all that stuff. Good, yeah, pretty good fight choreography too. Like the sword fighting, it hasn't been as much. I could do with a little bit more sword fighting, but what they've shown has been good. But yeah, so that's I'm still watching. Sleepy Hollow is getting good. Sleepy Hollow is definitely getting good. Fucking, I've always fucked with the Headless Horseman, dude. I always thought he was such a fucking badass villain, and he's pretty fucking. He might be my favorite dude. No, I like Ichabod. He's pretty cool. But this show is better than I thought it was going to be. It's really easy to follow and it's just entertaining, man. I've been watching it with Lady TC and really enjoying it. And yeah, the Headless Horseman is fucking badass. He's always been one of the villains that I've rooted for, and he's pretty crazy in the show. Still watching Sabrina. That's not bad. That's pretty good too. This season 3 has been pretty good. But definitely been watching more of Sleepy Hollow recently. But yeah, man, fucking Hogs got it done. Needed to win bad, man. Got Auburn next week or this Saturday. Thank fucking God. Thank you, Wilder. Thank you, Deontay Wilder. So yeah, man, that's all I really got. I meant to do this earlier. I wish I had more time to talk. Up next we did watch Final Destination. It's pretty good. And 28 Days Later is up next. So yeah. Let me see if I can go through the chat briefly. There's 36 comments. What's up, Noah? What up, Lobby? What's up, Cage? Wong Yun, good to see you, dude. How are you? Hope y'all are good. What's up, Cage? The General, dude. Shout out to the motherfucking General. Real news. All right, man. Yeah, shout out to you guys. Sorry I couldn't be in the chat as much. Had to get through this super quick. This shit is about to cut off of me in a few minutes at 57 minutes. So, what can I say, man? Cowboys got whooped. I'm not going to fucking dodge that one. I don't know, man. I don't have enough time to talk about it, but yeah, I will say I think overall the better team won. Like, I'm not going to make the excuse. Oh, dude, if we had Dak, like, I'm not going to be that guy. I wanted us to play Rush in this game and not Dak. But yeah, right now the Eagles are the better team, and yeah, I'm not gonna be a bitch and make excuses, but I still don't like them. It's still fuck the Eagles, but right now they're the better team and they won. So got to eat crow with that one. But there was some bullshit in that game. There was some bullshit in that game like there always is, but I'm not going to get mad about it. But whatever. Anyways. Yeah, man, y'all have a good one. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Fucking Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, I get pissed off about it the night before, but then I'm like, because dude, they if you look at it, like Philadelphia got literally two penalties on them, and we got 10. So it's like, okay, I see what's happening here, but whatever. I'm not gonna be too much of a bitch about it. Like, they won. They I do think they were the better team last night, regardless of all the bullshit. But whatever, dude. Whatever. All right, man. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Y'all have a good one. Let me get this fucking. See what we got here. Make sure I fucking ate my crow. Yes. Small loss on the weekend, but it was exciting. Wilder was my only hit. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. Y'all have a good one. Get this song playing. I'll catch y'all in the dome, man. I'll catch y'all after the 21st. Yep. Nice, quick little banger. Shout out to everyone that came through. It was a good time while it lasted. Shit, boys. I don't know what else to say, really. Have a good evening. I'll be back. All right, man. That's it. This has been just my 2 cents, and I'll catch you boys on the next one. Peace.